FBI Director James Comey notified lawmakers of a new review on Hillary Clinton's private email server this Friday, shaking up the final days of the presidential race. The Democratic Party, along with 3 former attorney generals, have criticized Comey for violating the Bureau's protocol to not interfere with national elections. According to the officials, emails found on former Representative Anthony Weiner's laptop could contain sensitive information from top Clinton aide Huma Abedin, who is married to the former representative. Investigators stumbled across the new emails while reviewing allegations of Weiner sexting with an underage girl. Clinton is calling on the FBI to release the freshly discovered emails as many voters continue to question her motives less than a week before Election Day. A Washington Post ABC News tracking poll finds a dead even race in overall vote preferences, with 46% supporting Clinton and 46% also supporting her challenger, Donald Trump. Here now to discuss the race to the White House, we welcome our political commentators, Dominic Carter from Regional News Network and J.C. Polanco, educator at the Borough of Manhattan Community College, and we welcome you both.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good to see you. We've been talking about this for a long time. We are in the final stretch, and emails come front and center. JC, let me start with you. First of all, how damaging you've been harping on emails, how damaging are these 6 days before? And also, let's talk about the fact that when we look at James Comey, not a good move on his part by some.
Well, listen, I think Jim Comey had to come out and tell Congress that he found some pertinent information or things that could be pertinent to an investigation. He was in a bad situation. Listen, had he not gone to Congress with this information and we found out after Election Day that there were emails that were discovered, 655,000 of them, and that there were some in there that were part of an investigation that happened this summer, can you just imagine how the FBI would be discredited? I think Comey was in a tough position. He made the right call. And as a matter of fact, I know that Democrats across the country, and look, I'm a never Trump Republican, but Democrats around the country are talking about, you don't know what's in those emails. You don't know. Well, let me tell you something. I know one thing. It's not Victoria's Secret specials. It's not Groupon. It's not some sale from Costco that they're emailing about. Comey acted because his agents obviously found something pertinent to the investigation, and that is the only reason a federal judge would sign a search warrant on a Sunday to give the FBI permission to go through those emails.
Just the opposite.
Of course.
Just the opposite. I mean, just, Darren, I want you to look at what has happened, okay? I know Anthony Weiner very, very well. Anthony Weiner was looking at the possibility of 20 years in prison for child pornography, emailing the 15-year-old girl, okay? That's number one. The FBI started their investigation into Weiner this summer. Oh, we just found out a week before the election that some of the emails might have been correspondence between his wife and the secretary. Darren, this does not pass the smell test. Weiner has cut a deal to save his own skin and also for political payback for his wife. They're estranged now. Wait, let me just finish. Wait. No, my timing is on point here. Wait. Let me, I'll be done in 10 seconds here. So just look at this. His wife was going on to a top position at the White House, right? Mm-hmm. Where was Anthony Weiner going? To jail and nothing. Knowing Weiner the way that I do, Weiner said, no. I'm saving my own skin, and you're not going. And it's payback to Hillary Clinton. This doesn't pass the smell test. Weiner dropped those emails to the FBI.
So let's say he did. Let's take Dominic's example and say that
I know I'm right.
No. Let's say he did. What was in those emails that would be so worthy of the FBI wanting to bargain with Anthony Weiner? There's something there, and we can't hide from that. The reality is that this is bad news for Hillary Clinton, and this is why.
Awful.
Best case scenario, nothing happens. She gets sworn in, and 50% of the country looks at her as someone that got away with murder. Worst case scenario, you have someone under FBI investigation. You have someone that's potentially going to be indicted, someone who's facing a trial as sitting president of the United States. That's a constitutional crisis. Consider that now, because of this, my party is very well in a position to keep the U.S. Senate. Could you imagine now President Kaine trying to get his vice president through this Senate? This is a crisis all around. And this is interesting, I never get my quotes from memes, but if you did not want the FBI involved in this presidential election, Democrats should have never nominated someone under FBI investigation. I mean, this is insane.
Okay, and we're talking about constitutional crisis, right? Perhaps. Now imagine Donald Trump is president, and we're talking indictments, potential indictments of the president. Let's remember the FBI is also looking at the relationship he and his campaign manager has with Russia, but they kept that quiet. The FBI has put the institution in a position of literally stealing the election. Yes, there is sexism at play. No, I told you a month ago, don't sleep on Donald Trump. I told you a few months ago that he was a serious contender because he knows how to play to the will of the American people. I am telling folks, this is real, okay? Right. Trump might be your next president of the United States. Nobody wants to deal with the issue of sexism. Sexism.
Sexism had nothing to do with the private server in your house.
Wait. That part is true. But hold on. With Obama, I want you to look at this. With Obama, the first black in the White House, you had the rappers embracing young people, pushing Obama, making history, P. Diddy, all of them down the line. Jay-Z will be with Hillary Clinton in Cleveland Friday night, but we're not seeing the same enthusiasm from young people towards Hillary. Nobody wants to deal with the fact that people are quietly across the country are saying, you know what? We don't want a woman as president. Come on.
That's not what it is.
Somebody's with a clown like Donald Trump.
He throws these bombs and then doesn't let me respond.
Okay.
Listen, what sexism is involved? The woman just won the Democratic nomination while under FBI investigation. Speaks volumes. And then in every poll, hold on,
a 3-second answer.
In every single poll,
3-second answer.
She's winning. She's winning in these battleground states. She's close in Arizona. I mean, what sexism could you possibly talk about?
No sexism? There's no sexism.
I'm sure there's sexism in the United States, but as it pertains to this election, there's not.
You got a 3-second answer, then I got to go to my next question.
Okay, sexism. Look at the history. This woman is overqualified to be president. Trump is not even qualified to be on the city council. Let's be real.
You see that? You allow for this to happen?
No, I didn't allow for this to happen. I haven't even said a word in the last few minutes. I've let you guys talk. Now I got to ask my question. If you're in the campaign, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, you got less than 6 days left. You got all the stuff going on. Let's play it by party. If you're Hillary Clinton, what do you do in these last 6 days?
If you're Hillary Clinton, all bombs go. All systems go right now. Everything, there are allegations, it's been written in the papers, that there are tapes of Trump using the N-word. You better do a commercial today with Trump using the N-word, because if you're Hillary Clinton, you're about to lose. So you better rally the troops. You better do 5-6 events a day, because if you don't, you're going to lose to Donald Trump.
JC, if you're Donald Trump, I hate to say it, if you're Donald Trump, what do you do?
Again, I've never turned Republican, but if I were Donald Trump, what I would do is I would focus solely on apologizing in the next 6 days. This is what I mean. I think he should apologize to the Mexican people right now. He should apologize to African Americans right now and say, I'm sorry. Honestly, you don't have to vote for me, but what the hell was I thinking by speaking about you in this fashion? And then stick to message. And about this FBI email investigation, he has to really give respect to the process and say the following. Stop talking about putting her in jail. Say, let this investigation run through and justice be served. And stay that way, because if you keep sounding like a clown, these independent voters are not going to come to you, and you're going to lose the election.
Talk about losing the election. The concern is also about losing the Senate and the House. What is there's a realistic possibility that could happen? Do you agree?
No, we won't lose the House of Representatives. The Senate is closer to, because we have so many seats that are open, and that's the issue. And in 2018, the Democrats are going to have even more seats. So it's one of those cyclical things. And when you add Trump's bombastic nature and some of these purple states, it's clear that Democrats are going to pull off some of our U.S. senators. And we understand that's baked into our strategies and what we're thinking is going to happen.
I would agree with the assessment. The Democrats were headed for a complete wave election. They were. Notice I said past tense. What the FBI did was throw a complete monkey wrench in the election, and now in all likelihood Republicans they'll certainly maintain the House, and they may maintain the Senate. But what the FBI did, this reminds me of J. Edgar Hoover. He wasn't even that bold to do something like that. I don't know what Comey was thinking.
So let me play this scenario out. Hillary Clinton gets elected. What happens to James Comey?
Oh, he's done no matter what. But JC does make it a 10-year term, but the president can put political pressure. You serve at the pleasure of the president, really. And so here's what happens. Hillary loses even if she wins. As president, there's already talk of impeachment. She's not even president-elect yet. Mm-hmm. His party is talking about this.
But I know you have to go. But listen, guys, it's important that your viewers understand that Hillary Clinton is no saint. Hillary Clinton put herself in this position by
Donald Trump
violating
is.
federal. I didn't
And
say that.
Donald Trump is.
I didn't say, and I'm not advocating for Donald Trump. But when I hear people speak of Hillary Clinton in this fashion, she's overqualified. I mean, are we talking about the same person? This person put our national security at risk.
Wow.
This is a woman who lied.
Secretary of State.
It doesn't matter about her
US
titles.
Senator.
You're talking about someone who, after getting a subpoena from
What has
Congress,
Donald Trump done?
after getting a
What
subpoena
has
from
Trump
Congress,
done?
again, I'm not advocating for Trump, but we're
Okay.
examining Hillary.
Okay.
Listen, 33,000 emails were deleted. They were bleached using an app. 13 BlackBerries were destroyed by hammers after Congress gives you a subpoena. There is something really wrong with this, and we got to admit it. Hey, listen, this lady did this to herself. This wasn't Comey. This was her actions.
I gotta admit this, we are out of time. And what we're gonna do is we're coming back next week. I want you to know that if you stay tuned with us next week, JC and Dominic will be with us next week. We are recapping the presidential election. By this time next week, it will pretty much possibly all be over, or it could be too close to call. Either way, you tune in with us next week, and we'll be able to give you all the election news, recap coverage right here, and we'll break down what happened, what didn't happen, and what will happen going forward, guys. I gotta let you go because you need 6 days worth of rest to get ready for about
like
a
a
week from
football
now.
game.
I know that, man. So you
Hut
know,
one, hut two.
that's it. Thank you both for joining us, JC, Dominic Carter. Look, good to have you guys. Can we shake it? Can we have peace? Can we have
Of course.
peace?
I love this brother.
All right.
I love this brother. For real.
We've declared a truce for the next 7 days until 10 o'clock, 7 days from now. Listen, we got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Open right after this.